Gary Pica, if you're not familiar, he's started and sold 2 very successful MSPs. Both of them were over 30% profitability when he sold them. And then he started this program, the TruMethods framework. And what he wanted to do is say, okay, well, what are some of the key commonalities? What was his secret sauce? How did he make it to where he did twice? So it was repeatable. And it's a framework that you can follow. And one of the first things you have to do is define success. And it sounds really simple, right? On paper, you look at it, define success. But you need to do that with every aspect of in that business. What does success look like? And you really got to start also with the personal level. It's not something that normally folks do. Understanding that personal goal will allow you to start looking at those business goals and really understanding, where do I want to be in 10 years? Do I want to be $10 million in MRR? That's great. Well, we got to set some benchmarks that I could track to make sure I'm on pace. Where do I need to be in 3 years, 5 years? Where do I need to be next year? And then you got to start to identify what rocks are in the road, right? You're looking at this path. Here's that goal I want to get to. What are the rocks that I have to move before I could definitely get to that goal? And one of the things that I've learned is having command of your business. And I know a lot of people in there aren't business owners, but you're leaders within whatever department you are in that org. Understanding, having command of what it is you're responsible for. If you start to define to your entire organization what it is we're trying to do as a company, here's what success looks like. But the hardest thing to do, but also the most important thing to do, is really defining the roles and responsibilities of every single person in that org. And you know you've made it in the world when you have a economic theory named after you, but Gary came up with Peaconomics because ultimately he said his secret sauce is it's math. It's simple math. If I could get a handle of my business and I could identify how many tickets my techs can close every single day and all the other costs that go into this, now I could put together an all-in seat price. It's not only going to allow me to deliver exceptional services to my clients, but also become profitable. But it starts with making sure everybody understands what they're doing, because if not, you're going to lose people. You're going to really get stuck, not moving forward because people don't understand. They're working hard. It's not about them not wanting to work hard and take on projects, but when something goes wrong, who ultimately owns it? And if we don't have metrics, how do we know what went wrong? You're just throwing darts at that point. Just to simplify it, you put together that vision. What are these results? And truly identify it so that everything that you're doing is driving towards that cause. And so you're not wasting time on side projects or removing rocks that might not necessarily be preventing you from getting to the results that you want. Because ultimately, once you've done that and you've put the processes in place, again, it becomes just a math problem. And when we look at the VCIO role, like this really is the secret sauce to the MSP space. We use an analogy that, there's 2 different MSPs you could be. You could be the grocery store or you could be the bakery. Now, I can go to any grocery store and get all the ingredients I need to make a chocolate cake. Why do I go down the street and pay more for a chocolate cake from that bakery? Because I know no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make a cake that good. How you deliver those services, that's the differentiator. That's why businesses are turning to you guys. That's why we're seeing this golden age of the channel, because they realize they could buy backup wherever they want. They could buy AV, they could do that, but they can't do what you do. And that's the special sauce behind it. And that's where that VCIO role, because there's so many MSPs, you could throw a rock down any major city and probably hit 2 or 3 of them. What is the differentiator? That is that special sauce. That's the bakery. That's the cake that you can make. So if you could define the success of what that looks like, and again, even if you're not a business owner and you're just a head of your org, define what success looks like. Where do we want to get to? Make sure that the folks on my team are part of the culture that we want to facilitate, and then defining those roles and responsibilities. These are the 3 key components I've seen across the board for the world-class MSPs that continue to grow, and we've seen it. I mean, the boom in the industry has been pretty amazing to see. If you want to talk to me and pick my brain about some of this TruMethods stuff, I'd love to have that discussion. So enjoy the show. Thank you all very much.